Hey guys, Lodicus here with an achievement guide for Redfall. In this guide I'm going to be covering all 3 achievements related to nests. So this is entering a nest, destroying the heart, and destroying the heart without waking any vampires. So nests will start appearing on the map once you've completed 4 of the main story quests. These are highlighted on the map, and I'm just about to approach the closest one to the fire station, which is just on this embankment up here. As you get close to the building that has the vampire nest in it, you'll get a highlight on your HUD just to show you where it is and which door you need to go into. Although I'm currently stealthing around at the moment outside of the nest area, this isn't necessary. The stealth element of not working the vampires is when you actually get into the nest itself by going through the door. So this first nest I went to didn't actually have any sentries or patrols outside. There was no enemies whatsoever, so I could have just simply run up to the door and entered. Once we approach the door and hold X to enter, we'll get the achievement pop for enter at your own free will, which is to enter your first nest door. Now that we're inside the instance of the nest, what we're going to do in here is go through as quietly as possible without waking any of the vampires. In this nest itself, it has 3 vampires which are currently asleep. For the purposes of time, I'm going to speed up this video a little bit because I was crouched going through very quietly. This was my first nest, so I wasn't sure what to expect as I was going through. As I'm milling along, we will pass some bodies that the vampires have been feeding on. These guys have ammo and supplies if you need them. Now at the very end of this corridor here, we're going to spot our first vampire, which is asleep. It's best to approach him while crouched. Make sure you don't go too close to him either, because that'll also wake him up, so keep as far away as possible. You'll also notice the silver tendrils that are coming off him. If you break the beams on those, that'll also wake the vampire up. So make sure you give it a wide berth and you don't touch the tendrils. Now that we've sneaked past that guy, he can be totally forgotten about, and now we're going to move on to our next vampire, which is just over this ridge. This guy's got like 3 tendrils coming off him. One of them's quite high up, so what we can do here is actually crouch underneath it and not break the beam. So that's how we get past that one. And then the third and final vampire in this nest is actually asleep just outside this movie theatre. This one's a little bit tricky because he is close to the door, so we're going to have to approach him quite close. Obviously getting a wide berth as possible. I'm not going to jump here, I'm actually going to use the lip to get me up the curb. Although we're not going to touch the tendrils, we did get really close to him, so he has woke up slightly. He does have a look around, but we've broke line of sight and we're out the way, and then he just goes back to sleep again. In this nest within the movie theatre, you do need to turn the projector off before you'll gain access to the heart. So I'm just going up to the stairs where the projection room is, and then I'm going to climb through the window and turn the projector off. Now with the projector off, we can climb back out of the window, back into the seating area, and you'll notice that the screen has now become a window or a big door that we can venture through, and through this we're going to find the heart of the nest. Currently the heart is invincible, so you start shooting at it, it's not going to do any damage at all. What we need to do is sever the 3 connections that are tethered to the heart at the moment. Once those 3 connections have been severed, we'll then be able to find a weak spot on the heart and destroy it. The weak spot itself is like a crack within the heart. The UI will also put a little heart symbol above where the crack is. So just get yourself alongside it, shoot the crack, and it should destroy the heart. Here we'll get both achievements, one for destroying our first nest and one without waking any vampires. Once the heart's been destroyed and the nest starts collapsing, you'll have around 40-45 seconds to loot as much gear as you can. So the walls there that you can see directly in front of me, those will crumble away and you'll find lootable items behind them. Loot as much as you can within the time limit. Once that expires, you'll be then kicked back out to the overworld. If you found this guide useful, drop it a like. If you want to see more videos from myself, please do subscribe.